They have had so many people come and go. And of all these many people who have come and go, this is one come and gone. This is one man that we can put our trust in and we understand. And
Indy,
so, yeah.
You are too intelligent to simply think that this election is just going to be by what we see on the surface. It's deeper than that.
Of course
now,
it is.
The question I'd like to ask you is, there is an advantage and there is a disadvantage. For Peter Obi, this could be a disadvantage. And let me ask you, the region where it comes from has the least voting population. Now, not only, I mean, the illusion you made that Igbo people are commerce-oriented and perhaps they will want to face their business on the day of election.
That was in the past, of course.
But the question really is, there is a fear, analysts and scientists have postulated that, look, there is a possibility of voter apathy in the Southeast region because of the phenomenon of sit at home, coupled with the least voting population bloc in the country. Is this not too much of a disadvantage?
So, with respect to CETA, from what I've seen is a pushback recently. I've seen a pushback where conversations have been, there have been attempts at conversations for telling people to not come out and vote, or sit at home, do not do this. And we have seen people pushing back. The South is saying that we're not going to do this in these elections. I've seen so many young people dedicate their own resources to ensure that people register to vote. You can see all of the complaints coming from the Southeast. We went to collect our voters. This is a movement that we haven't seen before. This is something that we haven't seen before. And what I always ask is that you people from the media should at least recognize that something different is happening, Sheol. And that's
that's the reason why we are invited.
You speak like you can't recognize that.
Didn't we recognize the fact that there is usually a two-horse race? And we have said that it's more than two-horse race.
Of course.
Why do politicians always blame the media? Blame yourselves. I will never allow, same thing almost happened yesterday.
I will never
allow you guys blame the media.
Okay, so let's put it this way. Something different is happening. Something different is happening. We're seeing a sharp drop in voter apathy. Not just that people decided they are going to vote, they're putting in so much effort. You're seeing people reporting on social media, on other spaces, every avenue they have, the progress in collecting their voters cards. People are posting their voters cards. We've not seen this kind of thing before, especially in the Southeast. Now, we may say they do not have the numbers, but again, Peter Obi is not an Igbo candidate. What good thing he has is that every politician needs to have a base. He has a strong base. People are not indifferent about Peter Obi, and that's the worst thing that can happen to a candidate. I won't want to mention names, but there are candidates that do not have a strong base. You may hear of them on the national scene, but to go to a place where in this space people are so emotionally invested in this.
Yeah, you've touched on one area that,
and it's not just the Southeast, the South too. I won't want us to escape that.
Even in the Southeast, there are 5 states, and so when I talk about disadvantage, there is a region that has 7 states. Other region has 6 states. Southeast has 5 states. Now, not only that, they have the least voting population. Not only that, out of the 5 states, 2 are being controlled by the APC. The rest, 1 is being controlled by APGA, and the 2 others are being controlled by the PDP. Now, you look at your party, Labour Party, you cannot boast of 1 governor. I'm not sure you have any senator. Now, the question is, the practical aspect and the reality of politics is that when election comes, you need, just a moment, you have people who will fight for you right at the polling unit. Now, the big question is that not only that, you have people that will do the legwork for you. And this is what the PDP and the APC will boast of. This is what APGA will boast of. They have 1 state. Now, what do you have in terms of structure?
We have the people, Sheol. We have the people. And I keep saying I need you to recognize this. You're refusing to. We have the people. Today I met a gentleman this morning. I think his name is Beth. And, just out of the blues, he told me he's a polling unit agent. This is a normal person. He has his job. He has what he's doing. What the political system is used to is people that they settle, They oil this well-oiled machine to keep going. And what we are seeing now is that the everyday man wants to take upon this job of securing this country, securing the elections, making sure that the elections are delivered. And that's what we have on our side. The carpenter, the man who works in the bank, everybody is taking it upon themselves. And that's what we have. So the thing is, when we are having this conversation, we're having this conversation in... I think that what has happened with Labour Party is that there has been a shift in the way things are happening. And we're actually dictating the tune of these elections. We have dictated so far. But what is happening is that lack of recognition that a change is happening and a complete reliance on the old way of doing things. On the old way.
Could it seem that we are seeing with the Labour Party, no one would deceive himself or herself that there is no movement. There is a movement of a political party. Now, the question is whether or not that movement is enough to win an election now,
the movement.
Do you think that
the movement
that
is enough
it's
to win
enough
an election? Of course it is.
To germinate into winning a national election?
I think that we make so many steps forward, and these questions bring us back. We make so many steps forward, and what we keep seeing is, you know what, we can see the progress you are making on this platform, on this trail that you have blazed, that other people are looking on. Enviously, they do not know how to get this same system that Labour Party has gotten. But each time we get questions, each time we are engaged, you know what happens? They want to take what has been created on this separate platform and fit it into the old order, into the old ways of doing things. Like, oh, you people are doing this right, but because it's not the way we are used to seeing. And that is why I'm calling that we should adjust. Show, adjust. Show, I need you to adjust.